Well, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, whatever your current life situation is. Hello, YouTube. It's Jeffrey Kite back again with another episode of Kite's Curiosities. I said in my last video, I'm going to do a TTM through the mail autograph returns video today. And I got four we're going to look at coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Jacksonville, Florida, right around here in Atlanta Metro, and Portland, Oregon. And these are all going to be Atlanta Falcons all-time greats. We'll take a look at these here. So this one, coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's take a look at this one. And this one is going to be, let's see, Mr. Roland Lawrence. Attached to me. Roland Lawrence. Let me tell you all about old Roland Lawrence. Roland Lawrence, he was a fantastic cornerback. He's the franchise all-time leader in interceptions with 39. He had 13 fumble recoveries as well. I don't know if that's a franchise record or not, but I know his 39 interceptions is. Played for the Falcons from 1973 to 1980. And had some really, really good years. In 1975, he had 9 interceptions, which led to NFC, 24 passes defensed, and 36 tackles. That was a phenomenal season, and I think that's the year that he got the All-Pro recognition. Let's see. It says three-time All-Pro, so 75, 76, and 77 is when he made his All-Pro. And if you saw the back of that card and you read, you know what's coming up next. In 1976, he had 6 interceptions, but also set an NFL record with 54 punt returns that season. First man in NFL history to return 54 punts in a season. And he averaged 24.8 yards per kickoff return. So he was a great return man as well. And in 1977, he had 50 punt returns again, becoming the first man in NFL history to have back-to-back seasons with 50 or more punt returns. He had 7 interceptions that year, had 3 fumble recoveries, a sack, and was a first-team All-Pro. So he made 3 Pro Bowls, I think, or 3-time All-Pro. That was different news outlets. But in 77, that was the year he made the first-team All-Pro team. So, and this is a 1978 Topps card. Very happy to have this guy, Mr. Roland Lawrence. And it says, from a friend, Roland, or for a friend, love, Roland Lawrence. Thank you so much, Mr. Lawrence. I'm glad you consider me a friend. I consider you my friend. All right, this one coming. We're going to look at the one out of Jacksonville, Florida. Got that one back in April. This is a guy I have showcased on this channel before, but if y'all saw my videos from the Orlando sports card video, I pulled these cards, and actually I pulled these 2, and I had another one that I sent along with it, and that is Mr. John James, former punter for the Atlanta Falcons. He signed 1. That's the card I had. I usually don't like to send single cards unless there's just 1 card of that player, and I think that's the case with Mr. Lawrence right there. But here's 1, 2. I like that one. That looks awesome. And 3. So let me tell you about old John James real quick, in case you've missed it. John James, fantastic punter. He's one of only 2 punters in NFL history with 3 100 punt seasons. Him and Brad Maynard are the only punters in NFL history with 100 punt seasons. But John is the only punter in NFL history to have 3 straight seasons with 100 punts a season. So, put it on the back. And 76. That's fine. If I got cards that list all of those. I don't think I do. I think, yep, there it is right there. 76, 77, and 78. So, only punter in NFL history to have 3 100 punt seasons. I don't know what kind of record that says about John James or the Falcons offense or whatever, but hey, a record is a record. You know, it's something to be proud of. He is also the first to have 3 straight seasons with 4,000 yards or more punting. And in 1977, he tied the NFL record with 105 punts. He tied the record in 1977. And then the next season, in 1978, he set the NFL record for punts in a season with 109. But I believe that record has since been broken. I think that might, yeah, that tells the story on the back. Right there. 77, he tied the record. 78, he broke the record. Playing 4 Pro Bowls, John James did. And he led the NFL in punts 4 times. And he led the NFL in punt yards 4 times. And 76, he led the NFC in punts. So, he was a great punter. I think he's got a great autograph, great story. I mean, he was a history maker for whatever it's worth. So I always enjoy getting John James's autographs. But I think I'm done. I think I've gotten all my John James autographs now. So put him up like that. All right. We'll move on to this one right here, coming out of Metro Atlanta. Got this guy about a month ago. Nothing in an envelope. And got none other than Mr. Mike Ken. I think he's going to be this is a future Hall of Famer. Mike Ken signed 1. 2, boy, that's a beautiful looking card. And a little shout out to Michael Myers. 3, there it is. There's the Mike Ken rookie card. I think, Michael, have you picked this one up? I don't know if you have or not. I know you had plans on it. But me and old Michael Myers, we strongly both believe that this right here, this is Mike Ken's rookie card. And we believe firmly this is going to be a Hall of Fame rookie card one day in the not-so-distant future. And I'm going to tell you why. Mike Ken was a wonderful, wonderful offensive tackle, both in college and in the pros. He played at Michigan from 1974 through 1977, and he helped Michigan to 3 Big Ten championships. They were all co-Big Ten championships, but still 3 Big Ten championships there at Michigan. He was the 13th pick in the NFL draft in 1978, and in 1978 he made the NFL All-Rookie team. This man played in 5 straight Pro Bowls, 1980, 81, 82, 83, and 84, and he was first team All-Pro, or first team AP All-Pro in 1980 and in 1991. He played in 251 games. And out of those 251 games, he started all 251 of them. He was a 1990 Whizzer White Award winner for, community service and being a great humanitarian. And he went 20. This is incredible to me. This just blows my mind. This is where I'm getting into the Hall of Fame stuff. He went 26 consecutive games without committing a penalty. And I went back, and just like with John James, I looked up all his stats and, found some pretty incredible things with his numbers. I looked up Mike Ken's streak of 26 consecutive games without a penalty. It went from November the 25th, 1979 through October the 18th of 1981. And Mike went up against guys like Jack Youngblood. He played Jack Youngblood 4 times over that span. Played against Dan Hampton, Alan Page, Ricky Jordan, Joe Klecko, all these Hall of Fame pass rushers. And he went up against them for that 26 consecutive game streak. He played against all of them during that time. Not a single penalty. Folks, that to me speaks volumes about his greatness. I mean, because usually you're going to get a holding penalty or you're going to do something because they beat you off the line or, you miss a step. But not Mike. Not Mike. He was phenomenal. And during that stretch, he earned, in 81, he earned his first of 2 NFC Offensive Lineman of the Year awards as presented by the National Football League Players Association. He won the NFC Offensive Lineman of the Year award in 1981 and in 1982, back to back. And if you look at this man's career, okay, he averaged now about 3.7 penalties a season. And gave up, on average, about 5.3 sacks a season. That is incredible, considering the pass rushers that he went up against in his era. I mean, he played, we're talking Lawrence Taylor. We're talking Chris Dolman. We're talking, guys that are already, Reggie White, guys that are already in the Hall of Fame. And he was able to shut them down, folks. And to put this into perspective, 3.7 penalties a season. Per season. 3.7 penalties per season. That's better than Willie Roaf, Tony Baselli, and Orlando Pace. 3 tackles that are already in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And the 5.3 sacks per season that he gave up, again, that number is better than Willie Roaf, Tony Baselli, and Orlando Pace's career averages. If you haven't already, folks, go to this website, MikeKenFootball.com. It's put up by his daughter to honor his career, and she really wants to see this man in the Hall of Fame. And to be quite honest, I want to see this man in the Hall of Fame. He is worthy of it. He's deserving of it. Go there and give it a shot and write to him. Write to other people. Get his name out there. Let's get some buzz going about this man's career because, folks, he was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for signing these 3 cards, Mr. Mike Ken. We're gonna put Money Mike right there. Hey, we got Money Michael Harris in the Atlanta Braves organization. I'd pretty much say that Mike Ken was Money Mike for the Falcons. All right. Last one here. Coming out of Portland, Oregon. And this man was so kind. He was kind enough to put a soft holder in with the card to protect it. And I'm talking about none other than Mr. June Jones. June Jones, he was a really good quarterback. He was, might not have had the greatest pro career, but I mean he had his moments. First of all, he was the first ever quarterback in Division II in college out at Portland State to pass for 3,500 yards, and he did that in 1976. He was a really good quarterback for the Falcons. In fact, he was very serviceable. There was a game it was the day before Halloween, 1978. And they was playing against the Rams, and it was on Monday Night Football. Steve Bartkowski, he separated his shoulder in the second quarter, and things was looking real bleak for the Falcons. And June, he came in, boy, and he did really good. Came in late in the second quarter. He completed 7 of 11 passes for 87 yards. And the Falcons were down 7-0 in that game. And he engineered one of the best comebacks in Monday Night Football history. The Falcons went on to win that game 15-7. And let's see, looking at my notes. Oh yeah, also in that season, he lost the starting job to Bartkowski, but he helped Bartkowski get that win for the Falcons on Monday Night Football. And opening day against the Oilers, in his first game of the season, he threw for 105 yards and a touchdown in a 20-14 win. And so the first week of the season, he won the opening game. And then 8 weeks later, he won that game on Monday Night Football. And those were 2 key wins that the Falcons had that season to catapult them into their first ever playoff appearance in 1978. And June Jones, if you look on the back, I mean, he didn't have, anything outstanding. But he came up big when the Falcons needed him. And those 2 wins were a major factor in the Falcons making the playoffs in 1978, 45 years ago. So, very happy to have Mr. June Jones in my collection. Let's see if I can get him to stand up somewhere. We'll cover up this John James card. So. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. 4 all-time great Atlanta Falcons players that I'm happy to add to my collection. Very pleased, very happy to have them. And they're gonna go in my Falcons collection box. As always, folks, comment. Well, you can describe and subscribe, but do whatever you want to do. Till next time, y'all take care now. Have a good one. Bye.